I'm Leslie Edwards Davis. I'm the Director of Benefits for the UAW UMass Health and Welfare Trust Fund. And we also have today with us Keith Witt. Keith Witt is our representative from Altus Dental. So as I said, we're moving to our dental plan with Altus as of September 1. And that will include grad employees and postdocs. We're really excited about the plan that we're offering. And we want to talk about how to get you from A to Z in terms of using the plan when you need it. So the basic steps are that you'll apply for your benefits. If you're a grad employee, you do need to apply once per academic year. If you're a postdoc, you only need to apply once during your tenure as an employee, and then you only need to make changes if you need to upgrade your coverage from single to family or something like that, but you stay enrolled in the benefits for the lifetime of your employment. Then once you enroll, we will confirm your enrollment. We'll send you what's called a confirmation of enrollment email. It gives you all of the details about your plan, all the links that you might need, and your group number and how to get an ID card. It gives you all that information. So you want to keep that email and refer back to it. And then ultimately, based on what you get from that email, you can register for an account on the Altus site, which will give you access to lots of information, allow you to download an ID, etc. The next step would then be to pick a dentist. We would recommend picking a dentist that is in network for Altus, but it's not a requirement. You can go out of network, but either way, you'll pick a dentist and then you'll schedule an appointment. You do have the opportunity with our plan to do 4 cleanings per year, which is virtually unheard of with most dental plans. So I would make sure that you kind of lay out your schedule. I know the academic schedule is really tight and you have these natural breaks, which is where you should look to schedule your cleanings. So the winter break, spring break, summer, those are sort of where our members try to fit in those cleanings. Moving on. This is what our portal looks like, and most of you will be familiar with this because you will be returning grad employees or postdocs, but some will be new, and this is what it will look like. You'll go to this portal starting August 15th. That's the earliest date for open enrollment for 22-23, and you'll select the section that applies to you, whether you're a grad employee or postdoc. The way it works is that you'll then answer a couple of brief questions about who you're applying for, whether it's just yourself, whether it's for you and a family, your student ID and your UMass email address, and then our system will send you a secure link to the actual application, which is where you put in your basic name, address, information, and then you get to opt in or out of each benefit we offer. So there's the dental plan, there's the vision plan, there's the wellness reimbursement, childcare reimbursement. All of those benefits are in the list. So make sure you do pay attention to that question, that first question, are you applying for yourself or for a family? Because if you select yourself, but you meant a family, the application will route you accordingly, and then you'll have to go back because it won't give you the options to put in your dependent information because it thinks you're a single plan. And then the last step is to e-sign your form. The system is very intuitive and it leads you to e-sign that form. Just don't skip that last step. I'm going to just pause and take a look at the Q&A really quick. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so Tita, are you there?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to promote you to a panelist. Thank you. All right, Teacher Furrow King is the admin assistant for the trust fund. She's going to help us with your questions. Please put those questions in the Q&A so that we can go through them and make sure we get them all answered. So this is a snapshot of the confirmation email that you'll get once you're actually enrolled in the plans. And this is the treasure trove of information. So it goes over every detail about where you can find a list of dentists, where you can look at the plan description, where you can create an account on the Altus site. So again, this is something you want to hold on to. We can always send it to you again if you lose it. So don't worry, but this is a valuable email. All right, so then let's say you're at the part of the process where you've enrolled, you've gotten the confirmation email. Now you want to start using your benefits. One great place to start is by registering on the altusdental.com website. It's not a requirement, but it really opens up a lot of information and access to you. And I'm going to just let Keith talk a little bit about this site and what you can do on it, and how you register on the site. The one piece of information that you will need from us to register is your unique Altus ID, and that ID will be uploaded into your portal dashboard once you're enrolled. So if you can't find it, you can always call us, but it will be on your dashboard, and so you'll need that item, that number, in order to complete this registration. But I'll just turn it over to you, Keith, if you want to say anything about the portal itself.
Yes, thanks so much, Leslie. Well put. Hello, everyone. Just to let you know that it's not a requirement, but we feel like if you're practicing good consumerism, whether you're shopping for technology, groceries, home goods, what have you, we just feel like that's a good process or technique to use when consuming dental care and benefits. So by logging in and registering on the Altus website, you're really opening up the world of the virtual world of applications available to you on our website. If you don't mind going forward one slide, Leslie.
Yep.
All functionalities of the dental plan are available to you here. Personally, my favorites, and again, not required, but the first things first is, the first thing you can do is, you can see the icon in the middle top row is order an ID card from our customer service department, or actually print one down, take a snapshot on your phone and send it to a dependent or a provider. So it gives you a lot of viscosity with using a plan. It's good to have your ID card and your number. Hey, if you don't even print an ID card, you don't know your ID number, the provider is going to have an easy search. All you need to know is your group number, and that's on the last slide we'll circle back on. The other real important functionality of this site is searching for a dentist. So number one, you can search to see if your current dentist is in the network, okay? Or you can find a dentist quite easily. Now, what that's going to do is you're going to land on our website and you're going to click Find a Dentist. There's a little arrow there that our photos are blocking out. And you're going to choose, always hit the yes button for Connection Dental. We have 10,400 provider locations in Massachusetts and surrounding areas, and over 385,000 nationally. So with the geo-access research we did up front, all of you have pretty proximate access to providers throughout the country. So wherever you're located, use the tool. It's really beneficial. Once you complete the search criteria, which the easiest thing to do is put your zip code in, you search and click Find a Dentist. Again, know from the top, you can go to any dentist you like, okay? However, there are distinct advantages to using the network.
Yeah, so just to piggyback on what you said, Keith, I just helped someone who is coming onto the plan for September 1 look up dentists in Las Cruces, New Mexico yesterday or the day before. And there were 3 pages of dentists in that zip code. So this is a nationwide network that you have access to. You're not going to be left out if you're not in Massachusetts. There are plenty of dentists in the Valley to choose from, and ultimately you can go out of network, but you will maximize your benefits if you stay in network. And it's not going to be hard to find an in-network dentist. If you want to give yourself some buffer and you know you need a cleaning right now, you're still covered under the old plan through the end of the month. You can get a cleaning and then start looking for a new dentist if you decide you want to choose an in-network dentist with Altus that wasn't in network, or that was in network with. If you need to switch your dentist, you could do that and give yourself some buffer time before you need to schedule your next cleaning. So this is the plan description for the new dental plan. So what we did is we matched the previous plan, and then we added some really nice extra perks. It's kind of hard to improve our dental plan because it's better than 80% of other dental plans that are out there. So we found small ways though that to improve the plan and make it more robust. So I'm just going to skip ahead to those improvements that we made. After this info session, I'm going to send everyone who attended, if we have your email address, a copy of the dental plan description, which is also on our website and everywhere else, and just a printed out list of Amherst dentists, a snapshot of today, which you can go into the system and also run yourself. But what we were able to do in terms of upgrading the plan, we already had upgraded a few years ago to 4 cleanings per year. So that is something that stays the same, but is a huge bonus over most employers' dental plans. We have preventative rewards, which means that your preventative care does not count toward your plan year maximum. It also is not subject to a deductible. So we want you to get those cleanings and those exams and x-rays on the schedule that you're supposed to get them on. Those are not subject to adding up to your plan year maximum. We also added this year coverage for adult sealants and fluoride varnish, coverage for athletic mouth guards for dependents under 19. So if you have a child, they're playing sports, you're going to be able to get some of that paid for under our plan. And we also added a teeth whitening benefit. Keith, do you want to talk about any of the details of these new additions?
Sure, I think that's really cutting edge. And in fact, I deliver dental plans for a living, and I focus on Taft-Hartley or union plans, but I also work on large corporate plans. And I will say, to attest what Leslie has put forth, is that this literally does not exist in many dental plans. So you're even moving into the realm of progressive benefits like teeth whitening, which is, quite frankly, oh, we had an outage or something. Can you hear me okay?
Now I can, yeah.
Sorry about that. And teeth whitening, which is purely cosmetic, of course. So we just feel like these benefits that were enhanced are just literally otherworldly in the dental parlance world.
And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to offer the best that we could for your health and welfare dollars. And I think that we got an excellent plan. So moving forward, what you can do when you, what you can expect when you go to the dentist. So number one, again, those preventative procedures, the exams, x-rays, and cleanings are covered at 100%. They aren't subject to the deductible if you're going out of network, and they don't contribute to your plan year maximum, which is $22.50. That plan year maximum is the maximum the plan will pay out on your behalf per plan year. So you got to start with those cleanings and x-rays and exams and making sure that you're up to date on those. And then if the dentist identifies that you need something in addition, let's say you need a filling, we recommend that you ask the dentist for a pre-treatment estimate, which means that they will send to Altus a description of what they plan to do, and Altus will send back in writing what the plan will pay and what your responsibility will be. And it's very clear, and it avoids any surprises. If you're getting extensive dental work done, we recommend that you ask for that pre-treatment estimate. Keith, do you have any words of wisdom about the pre-treatment estimate?
Yeah, I think just to parrot that is, again, practicing good consumer habits. You know, if the dentist suggests you need something beyond preventive and diagnostic, it's always a good idea to know what it's going to cost you in advance. And you might be mindful in that case to use the network, as you're more apt to get more savings in the network and not be required to ever pay up front for a procedure and submit a claim form.
All right, so this is a little bit more about the pre-treatment estimate, which we've basically discussed. But again, some dentists will say, oh, well, we'll just do an in-house estimate. And what you need to do is just ask for the actual pre-treatment estimate, because the in-house estimate is not the dentist communicating with the insurance and then that information coming back. The in-house is just that, it's in-house just to the dental office. So just ask for the pre-treatment estimate. This is what a pre-treatment estimate will look like when you get it. And you'll see that it will have the codes and the descriptions of the services that the dentist plans to provide, and then what their charges are, what the allowable charges are under the insurance, whether there's a deductible that comes into play, what your percentage would be, what the plan will pay, and then what your patient balance will be. All very clear and in writing. And then you can make plans. Let's say you need really extensive dental work done. It's never going to be covered 100% by any dental plan. So you can see what you'll owe, and you can make a plan about, you know, how you're going to pay for an implant, which is a expensive procedure with or without insurance, but much cheaper with insurance. All right, so then this is what's called an explanation of benefits. This is important because after you go to the dentist, you will receive this. So the dentist will submit a claim for what procedures you have had done to Altus. Altus will send you and the dentist this explanation of benefits. And I think what's really important to emphasize first and foremost is that this is not a bill. Some people get this and they don't read it and see a number and think they're being billed for this amount. And typically they're looking actually at the amount the plan is going to pay on their behalf, and they're misreading the explanation of benefits. Also, the explanation of benefits is not the final word. Sometimes the explanation of benefits will say more information needed from the dentist in order to complete the processing of the claim. And those items are really important, especially if you see something that doesn't make sense, like the coverage isn't happening, it's not being applied. Look down and see if there's a note about something missing. I've seen all kinds of things. I've seen a note saying the member wasn't covered and it ended up that there was an error. The member should have been covered. Then it gets revised and you see a bill that looks more like what you're expecting. Or there could be the note that says the dentist hasn't provided information or x-rays. So it's a moment in time, it's part of a process, and it's not necessarily the final word if there are pieces of missing information that still need to come into play. So, but this is an important starting point to see what has been processed in terms of your coverage against the bill from the dentist. And so read it thoroughly, ask questions. I'm happy to take a look at them if you see something that doesn't make sense, if it doesn't look like the right percentage has been applied, or there's some question. But ultimately, then the dentist would bill you based on what was not covered by the insurance plan. So again, this is not the bill. This is a snapshot of what was covered by your insurance. All right, so we kind of already went over these terms on the explanation of benefits, but there are different categories. There's what the dentist charges. There's what the insurance allows to be charged for that procedure. There's the deductible if you went out of network. And there's the plan payment, which is the amount the insurance is paying on your behalf. And then what is left over would be your patient responsibility. We have a couple of scenarios here just to show you sort of how this works out in practice. So let's say you go to a dentist, they're in network, and you're getting your exam, your x-rays and cleanings, which is what the vast majority of you will use the plan for. So the dentist charges $159 for the exam and cleaning and basic x-ray. There's no deductible because you are in network, and also because it's preventative care. You're not going to be charged at the dental office. The dentist is going to bill the insurance is going to pay the dentist, and at the end of the day, you will have paid nothing. This is a second scenario for someone who goes out of network and gets a filling done. So the dentist's charge is $225. You're going to first subtract that deductible because you haven't, in this scenario, you haven't met your deductible yet. Once this is subtracted for you, you've met your deductible for the plan year and it won't be deducted again for that plan year. So you're going to deduct the $75. Your benefit is now based on a bill of $150 because of that deductible. The allowable charge for this filling under insurance might be $120. And our plan covers 80% of that. So the plan would cover 96 and you would be responsible for 132. My recommendation would be that if you're going to go out of network, it would not be my choice to do that if you were going to have extensive dental work done, because there is a difference going out of network. And if you're having extensive dental work done, it would be best to do it in network. If you're just getting your basic cleanings done every year, then you're not really going to see any difference at all out of network. There won't be that deductible, which is the biggest difference. And I sort of already gave you the best advice, which is stay in network, ask for a pre-treatment estimate, and register on altus.com after you have enrolled with us and after your ID number has been added to your dashboard in the portal. I'm going to pause and see if Tita has any questions for us.
So far, no questions.
Okay. So the last slide is a handy breakdown of all of your basic information for both your student health plan and your dental plan. And you might wonder why I gave you the student health plan. I gave you that because your student health plan does have a very narrow amount of coverage for impacted wisdom teeth, or if your teeth are injured in an accident. So it's possible that depending on the situation, you would need to give both the information for both plans to your dentist. So I like to keep them together just in case, but primarily if you're going to a dentist, you will be using the second information section here, dental plan Altus. You'll give them your group number, your member ID. There's also the customer service number if you need it, the website, and the network name. So it's just a handy place where all the information is in the same location. With that, I'm going to just go to the altus.com website, Altus Dental, sorry, and just show you what it's like to use the Find a Dentist option. So again, you're going to want to make sure that you check this radio button that says your ID card says Connection Dental Network. And then you'll put in your state. And let's put in Amherst. And I'm just going to search for general dentists, not specialty dentists right now. Oh, what am I doing wrong here?
Yeah, just use the zip code, Leslie. Don't put the city in. Just start search, clear search at the bottom, clear form, and just put zip code in. Leave Mass. Leave Mass and zip code 01002, obviously.
I'm just going to reset this. All right, don't do what I did.
And then zip, yeah. Don't put the state in.
Don't put the state. Oh, don't put the state.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Should work.
Yeah. All right. So just put your zip code in. All right. So this is a selection of dentists that are in network for our new plan. You'll see a lot of really familiar names. First Advantage has always been in network for us. Amherst Dental Group. The dental office in the Boltwood shops has been in our network forever. Regali and Walder, they are orthodontists. They've been in network with us for a long time. Newmarket Dentistry is right off campus and is a popular option for our members. So you see you have options here. There's a pediatric dentist in Northampton if you need a pediatric dentist. Hadley Dental Care is a popular dentist among our members. So you'll see you have choices to make here. Linda Robinson, I want to call them out to you. They're great and they know our members really well. So if you're new to dental insurance, you'll pick a dentist from here. If you currently have a dentist, you'll take a look and see if your dentist is in network, and then you'll make a decision about what you want to do if they are not in network. All right, it looks like we do have a question. Where can we get the insurance plan detail? I tried to access UAW dashboard, but couldn't find it there. So it is up on our website. If you're in your dashboard, it wouldn't be in your dashboard. That's strictly like where you've elected your plan details. But after this session, I'm going to email it to everyone who registered. It's also, if you go on our website under Geo Dental, it is right here. And if you click on it, it brings up the PDF. It's on a couple of different pages of our website, but that's the easiest way to find it.
Leslie,
Yes.
you may have covered this. I'm just trying to recall. Did you share what when the dental plan starts?
That's a great question. Thank you. So the dental plan from last year ends on August 31st. The new plan begins 9/1. I really want to thank you, Keith and Tita, for joining me, and everyone who joined onto the info session. Thank you so much.